Biafra. Group goes on autopilot will no longer take orders from Kanu. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The protracted supremacy feud between the IPOB Directorate of State, DOS, and Mr. Simon Ekpa, the self-styled Kanu disciple on Biafra land restoration, appears to have reached a crescendo. Well, we all know Mr. Simon Ekpa, who is a staunch disciple of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and the person of Kanu. He came out and he said some things. And before you would say Jack Robinson, you know Nigerians now, Drag Association of Nigeria, they dragged him and he came out to rephrase his statement. Let's find out what he said. The news in detail. Please stay with us. Ekpa had recently been making scathing remarks on the DOS and its modus operandi to the extent of aligning its position to that of a former Ijaw militant Asari Dokubo. While the DOS have reportedly suspended the weekly Monday sit-at-home protest, Ekpa and loyalists have sustained it to the embarrassment of the DOS and associates. Today, Simon Ekpa had tweeted and declared that they will no longer take orders from their leader. Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Security DSS ever since he was captured in Kenya and extraordinarily rendered back to Nigeria in June 2021. Kanu reportedly directed that Simon Ekpa should stand in for him as director of Radio Biafra. However, this did not go well with the people at the DOS, and this appears to be the genesis of a face-off between them and Ekpa. Ekpa and associates who have been in serious face-up with the highest decision-making organ of IPOB Directorate of State DOS in a tweet on Tuesday said the struggle has entered a liberation phase. This will not be deferring to Kanu, who is incarcerated for others. He wrote, "We have entered the liberation phase of Biafra nation and we are not taking orders from our leader who is in incarceration. We must do everything to secure his unconditional release and to restore and liberate Biafra from Nigeria. Our freedom from Nigeria is non-negotiable." Overwhelmed by the backlash his earlier tweet was receiving, Ekpa, who had said the struggle is now on autopilot, quickly made another face-saving tweet to explain what he said earlier. Those who do not understand this message, what it simply means is that Kanu will not be held responsible for the actions of Biafra people as we have entered the liberation. So the order of the liberation of Biafra to secure his release cannot be used against him. Well, on this particular one, we don't really know what he said earlier. Sincerely, they did not quote it well. But I think what he said did not sit well. And you know, by the time IPOB people, those ones, they used to give it, I've said it, that they used to give it hot. If they don't come out to give it hot, just know that they don't want to. Sincerely, those ones, and of course, apart from IPOB people, I mean the organization, those who are actually the media person who always comes out to give out, or he's in charge of, writing, or will I say replying, whatever. Even their members as well, those ones they are ever ready to defend the cause of whatever it is that they are fighting for. And I'm sure Simon Ekpa, who knows what they would have said, that would have made him to go back and say, "I'm sorry, please, this is not what I meant." It's quite funny. But sincerely, what is causing the rift between them? I don't think it should. Exactly, I don't think it should. Somebody cannot be in prison. Like a leader or the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra cannot be in prison. And what is you're going to be fighting over is who is going to be taking orders from who. To me, I think then there is something is not right. I think what should even be the main goal here is to make sure, or is how to make sure that their said leader comes out of DSS detention and is actually a free man. That should be like the number one priority for them. To be sincere, that should be like the number one priority. So whatever that is even going to make them distract them. And of course, it is like this man also knows the person of Nnamdi Kanu. He's always telling them to ensure that they are focused, that they're not distracted, because this will even distract them the more. at the end of the day, this will distract them the more. So so he came out and said, oh, that what he meant and whatever previous statement he made was that Kanu should not be held responsible for the actions of Biafra people as we have entered. Sincerely, I think there is a point to that. Recently, I feel that whatever is going on in the southeastern region, that in Nigeria, the federal government is actually using it to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They'll come out and they say, oh, your leader sent you to do this and that, especially even IPOB members, those who are IPOB members, those who are not, those who are innocent, you know, who have never even committed a crime, who they've never been convicted of a crime before. You know, they see them and they arrest them, and in turn they come out and they say, oh, this man did this and did that. I don't even think it should be making sense that a man who is actually in detention, something is going to be said against him and saying, oh, you actually told people to do this. I don't understand. This is not the white man land where a lot of things happen. And the way that they are holding this man called the indigenous people of Biafra, they're not even giving him chance. 24/7, the eyes on him. They are ensuring he does not go to some places alone. I'm sure even when they're going to be having discussion, him and his lawyer or his family members, they're going to be there. So I keep asking myself, like, how should it be this man's crime? He's even now in detention, so what exactly are you saying? That is why he himself will even say, oh, at the end of the day, oh, they should ensure that whatever issues they have, whatever issue they have, they should ensure that it does not distract them or it does not make them violent. Yes, it comes out to say that. I don't think it was something wise to do. I don't even think it should be, as in the court of law now, that should be used against him sincerely. So he always comes out to say, oh, don't be distracted, don't do this. And since they know, to me, since you know that at the end of the day, this man, this is all we need what we need from him is that he comes out without any problems or without the FG refreshing, or let's say refreshing, giving him fresh charges. The earlier they understand that whatever they do is going to reflect in whatever charge the federal government is going to be having with the leader, the better for them. The better for them. And so at the end of the day, like the leader will say, this is not time to lose focus. It's not time to fight over things that are not necessary. At the end of the day, they should ensure that they're not distracted. They are not also divided, and should settle their differences amicably. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.